In the previous video, I presented what I thought to be the best Megaknight deck in the entire game ever. However, I was stumped. And it was actually not the best Megaknight deck in the entire game. That was the best Megaknight deck for this season. Even with all the facts, this is officially the best Megaknight deck ever played in Clash Royale history. It is pretty much almost in every season Ultimate Champion, at least at some point, at least it was. I mean, look at the statistics yourself. It is quite gargantuan. It is pretty beautiful. So this is the best deck. It can also be played with variations like this or this and maybe even that. But we're going to stick with this for now. I think these are probably really good combinations. I normally see always the Evo Inferno Dragon in these combinations. It's either, switching out the Skeleton Barrel with a few other cards, but we're going to stick to this right now. And as I was speaking about in my last video, Megaknight Miner has been up there, and it in fact is the best deck. So we're going to be playing that today. Let's go with Bats on here. I never really actually enjoyed too much of this deck. I haven't been able to really grasp its full presence. Unfortunately, he poisons my Bats there, which is going to be interesting for him. Kind of spends a poison on that, but he does have a 3 Elixir Knight to clean up my 7 Elixir Megaknight, which I think is absolutely repulsive. But we're going to deal with that. We do have 2 win conditions, actually. We have our Skeleton Barrel, and we have our Miner, which is velocitative, if I will. It is definitely interesting. It's definitely new. It's definitely different. Let's actually go. Can we get a Miner on this and then distract them? Yeah, we can. And distract him from the skeletons. He's gonna have to log that, which is fine. We're not gonna get as much chip as I thought we were gonna get, but that is okay. Put my Miner in a little bit of an odd position. Let's go with the Goblin Gang here to actually clean all that up. He knows we have a Goblin Gang now, unfortunately, so we're not gonna be able to do that pretty much ever again. But we did clean up that the first time. Let's go Spirit Goblins over here. This deck is definitely about chip damage, so if we can just keep getting, little chip on his tower, it's gonna be good. Everything's level 11 because I don't have a Miner upgraded. Actually, I think everything in this deck I have upgraded except for the Miner, which is quite unfortunate. Let's go with Zap here so he can't do anything too feisty. Yeah, but literally everything in this deck I actually do have pretty good except for the Miner, so I just can't really play the full cycle. And my mom is calling. That is fantastic. I'll be right back. We are back, and it's time for some business. I had to take a quick phone call from my parental guardian, but we are officially back in the game here using the best overall Megaknight deck for literally of all time. I mean, it hasn't been around every season, but let me tell you, it has definitely got some girth to it. It's been around quite a while this season. It was around last season as well, so you can tell that overall, all the seasons, this is probably going to be the best one. The other one was really good, but I didn't really account for all the seasons. I was kind of just looking at this season, but I will be looking at all the seasons from now on to really gather the best deck in the entire game ever, right? Is what I'm going for. So let's go for Inferno Dragon here. Playing against Drill, which is honestly repulsive. I mean, this guy's name is I Love Expo. Playing Drill doesn't surprise me, to be honest. They come from the same family. Both of them use a tower to win the game. Really just a repulsive combination of cards. It's actually disgusting. Of course, let's pull everything from across the entire map. I'm not sure how is he still following them? I have no idea. Let's go for our Skeleton Barrel here. We do have Megaknight. We should be actually pretty good against Drill. He's gonna pull that backwards, which is unfortunate. We're actually gonna kind of escape there a little bit. I wouldn't even mind. He uses Fire Spirit, so maybe we're gonna Bats fan this as well. Why not? He does have a Goblin Demolisher, which is quite unfortunate because when that dies, he's gonna explode my Bats. So, it's just an absolute tedious deck right here. We're gonna have to face, unfortunately. Let's go with this, and let's go with this, actually. Yeah, he spent quite a bit of elixir. He doesn't have a Fire Spirit, which can take that all out, but we do kill the Fire Spirit. I was thinking that might actually kill the Fire Spirit. We're just gonna go like that. Now, I don't know what he has for this. He might have to go for a defensive drill, maybe a Tesla, if he has it. I'm not too sure what he's gonna do against it. He has that, maybe a log, too. It's gonna be interesting what he can do against this, because he doesn't have a snowball in cycle. This is freaking delicious. That's exactly what I just love. Tenderizing! Yes! Drill players, it's just... I hate that deck the most in the entire game. I think it's disgusting for so many reasons. He's still trying. He's still actually going to go for it. And that's the problem here. I'm going to go for a poison on that. Beautiful poison. Nice job into my Megaknight. The only problem is it cycles faster than mine, so I need to find out a way to cycle faster than him. He's probably going to go for a Fire Spirit, predicting my Bats, so I'm just going to go for a Miner instead. I'm going to try to off-play this guy just a little bit, just to throw him a little off guard. My Meganight's going to connect to the tower because he's fumbling. He's pooping his pants. He's got toilet paper hanging out of his cheeks right now. He doesn't know exactly what to do because I'm currently fondling him. And the problem is he's not going to give up. He's still trying. And he's going to keep trying for the rest of the game. That's the unfortunate part about this guy. Is just they don't give up. And that's what they need to learn. They need to learn to give up. They're not ever going to because their deck is so broken. You can just see that and taste that in this deck. Let's go for a Miner right here to distract everything. Hopefully that can lock on there. It does. Let's go for Spirit Goblins in the middle here. Let's go for a Zap on all that. Let's hopefully just get our Mega Knight to the tower some way, some shape, or form. Let's go for our Skeleton Barrel right there as well. He's going to have to go for his Knight, which is not going to do pretty much anything. He's probably going to have to go for a Bar Barrel or a Snowball now, which I do want to go for my bats, but unfortunately I can't. Just go for a Snowball. A little late there. Larry's getting a little bit of damage. I'm commentating like a little Clash Royale professional, even though I'm not. He's going to go for that right there. Let's actually go for a Miner tank right here. Might go for a Poison, which I don't mind. We're going to be able to 5 seconds, and he's going to be destroyed. The fact that he was actually doing damage to my tower is quite disgusting. The fact that he was still playing is even more disgusting. But that's what these players do. They know they can win because their deck is broken, but I win anyway. Oh, the tenderizing push on that first play with the Evo Skeleton Barrel. I think that's definitely the evolution you're going to want. I almost see some of these decks are played. I know I've been ignore that. I restarted and tried a few games and just, this is the best deck. Just trust. It actually is. Like, I will show you the stats do prove themselves. But otherwise, no. This deck is played with Evo Bats over the Inferno Dragon sometimes. But the Evo Skeleton Barrel seems to stay the same in almost all the decks, which is pretty pungent, if you ask me. But as I said, with losing with this deck, having never really played it before, I think it definitely is viable that maybe would have another defensive card, except for just Miner. Because to be honest, it does seem like it's a little lacking on defense. I know we have the Goblin King and stuff like that, but with all the spells we got now, people using, two light spells in their deck, like, is it really viable to have, just Goblin King as your rest of your defense? Maybe. I don't know. Let's go for Zap here. If we can take out that tower, that'd be fantastic. We're going to be able to take that out beautiful. He's going to probably have to defend that. He's going to have to defend that. It's going to do massive damage. Let's actually go for this play at the bridge here so that we can actually connect to the tower. Maybe do a little bit more damage. Again, if he goes for a spear on that, it's going to be bad. He's going to go for wall breakers, which is not going to do literally anything. He still has to defend that afterwards. That turns around to the minus. We're going to be able to do lots of chip. Oh! Did we take that out? We take that out. Absolutely gargantuan. Let's go for a Goblin King here as well. He just uses log on my Skeleton Barrel. So what does he have? Bomb Tower again. Now we have a Skeleton Barrel back again. Deck is very cycle-ish. I do like it. He's going for bats over there, which is actually pretty good. I wasn't really expecting that. Let's actually go for a Mega Knight here up top. Why not just bait out a little bit of something else, right? Get a little more tenderizing in here. He just uses Magic Archer too, so we're going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. I like how that bomb doesn't target the bats in the air, even though it literally is doing splash damage, but I like that even more. Let's go for a Mega Knight. Mega Knight's completely on the tower. Let's not go for a Mega Knight. Let's go for these instead. Let's go for our Spear Goblins right here. Honestly, a lot of offense with this deck. I actually do really love it. The fact that it has minor bats. The fact that those both connected is disgusting. How did I Spear Goblins? So you tell me 1 Elixir Skeletons will counter wall breakers, but 2 Elixir Spear Goblins won't? Woo! Tenderizing. Okay. But the defense with this deck is good. I don't know. I would say that it's just the synergy with this deck is good. But the defense, I think, is lacking another big tanky unit. Maybe like Valkyrie, but the Miner is so good. So it just is a very odd deck. I think you just have to know how to play it, to be honest. I really don't. I've only played this deck maybe like one other time before ever. I think it was like actually this deck too. But otherwise than that, like I don't feel like you have to be necessarily good at this deck either, but I do feel like you have to have a little bit of knowledge. And I just don't have that knowledge. Mega Knight's going to jump on there. Unfortunately, we're going to be able to do literally, that's going to be a lot of damage. Let's go with these here. We're going to be able to go like this. Kind of almost want to get 2 Mega Knights down, just kind of approach everything in a very disgusting type way. We're going to be able to take out that, which is pretty girthy. He's distracting that with a Miner, which I don't like. Let's go for this. Let's go for a Miner here as well, actually. Maybe we can pressure him just a little bit more. Miner's going to be on the tower, which is kind of great. He might go for a Knight on that, although I'm not sure what he's going to do. Would see it would be odd if he did the attraction buff here. If he's not going to do that, let's just go for this here. He does have his bomb tower, but I'm not too worried about that. If we can cycle that out, it would be good. Mega Knight's going to be dropping on his tower. Did he give up? Why would he not defend the Mega Knight? Okay, it doesn't matter. Beautiful. Win the game anyway. Absolutely. Again, the deck's offense is definitely something that is gargantuan. It just is so good. The synergy, Mega Knight bats, Miner bats. You have the Skeleton Barrel with the, Spear Goblins. Let's play another one. You have the Skeleton Barrel with the Miner. You have the Spear Goblins with the Miner. You have the Goblin King just for a little more bait. It definitely is something that is, I could see, definitely make a Ultimate Champion. And in fact, it is an Ultimate Champion many times. Danny from the BBC. Wow, that's going to be an interesting one. Let's go for a Miner here. Distract that Princess a little bit. He's going to put a Skeleton Army down. Completely destroyed. And the Princess Tower is on the Miner. Could you ask for a better outcome? I don't think you could. Half the tower gone with a few simple mistakes. And I'm pretty sure he's down Elixir as well. He's going to use a log on that. Let's go for Bats High. Beautiful. I think he might be actually using Inferno Tower too, so we actually might be facing a little bit of a counter here. We'll see if we are. Let's go for Spear Goblins here, just in case he wants to use the ability in a naggity type way. Okay, he takes those out pretty nicely. Let's actually go for Inferno Dragon here, because I don't really have too much else. I want to commit a Mega Knight, and to be honest, the Skeleton Barrel just wouldn't be too good on that. But otherwise, pretty good. And then we're not going to do anything against that. I think we're just kind of leave that alone. It's going to do a few damage points to that, so we should be able to take that out in about 2 hits, which should be good. Let's actually just go for a Skeleton Barrel at the bridge here. I don't want to cycle. Actually, let's go for a Goblin King in the lane just in case. Okay, we're going to see what he does. He might log that, he might not, you know, whatever. The Inferno Tower is going to be completely taken out, though, which is going to be fantastic. It's kind of what I was hoping for, actually, just by doing that play. Even if he wasn't going to log that, I think it's honestly pretty good that I got that taken care of. Knight's going to be pretty much taken care of. Bad is on the tower, and now we have to have Spirit Goblins to defend, or maybe a Mega Knight, depending on what he puts down, if I have enough elixir for it. He's going to put down that. Yeah, this is the quite the issue here, but we do have Goblin Gang, which is not too bad. We're going to be taken out completely. We do have a little bit of a push here. Let's go for a miner right here. Okay, again, kind of an empty miner, but that's fine. I'm going to go for an Inferno Tower. He's going to freeze that. Maybe he goes for a Knight. I don't know if he has it back in cycle. He's going to be able to do pretty girthy amounts. Miner is actually really good. I mean, it is used in a lot of decks for reasonable reasons. We're doing quite a bit of damage, although he is seeming to gain his confidence back. Or her. I'm not sure if a girl will be in the BDC, but hey, you know, to each their own. Let's go for a Mega Knight here, and I put the Skeleton General pretty high in front. Let's go for Woo! This right here. He messes up that placement, actually. Let's go for our miner on here. If we can even get, like, some splash on the tower, that'd be pretty nice. And again, just even that splash, we're already on the tower, already about literally one thing away from beating it. Let's go for our bats right here, just so we can mitigate, like, literally any damage from that Dark Goblin, because, again, that probably would have got maybe a hit or two. I just don't want any of that. Let's go for a Mega Knight in the back, like, up higher, so we can distract the Knight, because he's probably going to go for a Goblin Gang or a Goblin Barrel. He's going to go for that, which is not too bad. Let's go for this. Let's go for this here. He wanted to take that tower. Okay, I thought he was going to take the other tower. We're going to be able to zap that, which is nice. We should go for our bats here as well to distract that. He might do a little bit of damage, but it's not too bad. I can zap his tower in the last 15 seconds, but I'm just trying to defend for now. He might go to the Skeleton Army. There it is. That's fine. We have a Mega Knight, and then I'm just trying to get back to our zap here. We're going to be able to take that out. Let's just go for a zap here. We didn't even need to do that. Skeleton Barrel is going to connect with 3 seconds left. 3 games in a row, not too bad. I know I was in a Classic Challenge, but still a pretty good deck overall. I mean, it obviously is. This is going to be the best Mega Knight deck ever in the whole game. It is throughout the seasons, so that's how you know. And, yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you for watching.
Run it up, moonshine in my gut. Shoot a buck, made a buck to fly for the mud. I've been roaming with the cattle, haven't stayed off, it's a battle. Bit more snaking, here to rattle, pioneer like Johnny Apple. Run it up.